Hello everyone, this is Raj. Welcome to the world of Salesforce. Today is the day 26 class where we are going to discuss how to create a records using flows. Right? How we are going to create record. That means how we are going to use create record elements. Using that element, how we are going to create a records inside a flow. Right? So let me go into the Salesforce. So in the previous class, we have completed how to create the pick list values, right? So let me edit. I think this is the flow, right? Create case record screen, right? In this screen, so what are the elements which you have added? See, these are the pick list values, status, case origin, and this is the contact name which we have added, right? One of the pick list choice. Got it, right? So see, which we have used here like this, right? So record choice set, we have used record choice set. Right? So that means without using the lookup. So still I can select one of the contact here. Still I can select the one of the contact. So how to use lookup also? Before going to create a records, let me tell you how to create a lookup also. Let us talk about this. In any screen, how to create a lookup component. Okay. So let me go into this case object, create a new case. From the standard screen, this is the standard UI screen. See here, this is the lookups we are having. Contact name and the account name are the two lookups we are having. When you click on this particular contact name, it is searching for the contacts. Right? So behind this particular name, we are having the IDs. Value is nothing but an ID. Here label it is showing the name. Okay. So how to create this type of lookups in this screen element. Okay. So here search for the lookup component. See here, lookup is there. Okay, just drag and drop this lookup component. Okay. Now search for this contact API name as contact name lookup. Contact name lookup I am giving here. Right. So now field API name. See here, what is here field API name? So this lookup from where I am going to consider this. Right, from where I am going. So in the case object, so we are having, see here, in this case object, we are having this particular contact name, right? So behind this, what is the field API name? So that API name we need to provide in the UI screen of in our screen flow. So the system will consider this particular field as a reference. So okay, I need to create this contact ID as a reference. I need to take this contact ID as a reference and to create a lookup, right, with the contact. So what is the API name of this particular field? Go to this edit object. Go here and go to the fields. Check for the, what is the object contact? Yeah, see here contact name. So what is the API name? Contact ID. Copy this. Go to our screen. Copy here. Okay. Field API name is contact ID. Okay. So if label here, see now I think do you understand this field API name, right? Name has to be given to that field, which is the lookup field of the original, right? Which is the lookup field of the original object field. Okay. Now, what is the label here, which in order to show to our users, the label is contact name I am giving, right? Contact name lookup. Let us give. Already contact name is there above, so I am giving here a contact name lookup. Okay. Now, object API name. From which object I need to consider this? Right? From the case object, right? From the case object. Okay. So now click on done. If you want to provide any record IDs, so if you want to make it as a required, all this remaining all the options are optional. Okay. Just click on done. Now save it. Still I have not activated. That is why the version is the first version only. Just I am editing and saving it and debugging it. Right? After activation only the version will get updated. Right? Version will get changed. Okay. So now debug it. Now see what will happen. Just run the flow. See here, these are the contacts, right? So what are the contacts which I have provided? So 10 contacts to be shown to the users. So simply you can select this contacts. The same, see here contact name lookup. So see here search contacts. Here magnifier lens indicates the lookup. So this is the way we can create the contact. We can create the lookups with the contacts. Right? Here also the same field, contact name. Here also the same field, contact name. But it is a normal record choice pick list. Right? This is like a looking like a pick list. Right? So, but these values are coming from the contact only. That is nothing but a record choice pick list. Right? Record choice set. So here contact name as a lookup. So we can create this type of lookups also. Right? Here without lookup, we can create the particular contacts as a pick list. And here we can create the CM field as the lookups. Okay. Now let me go to this edit screen again. Close this. Click on this edit element. Okay. So now I don't want this particular contact name. That means this record choice that I don't want. Okay. Remove it. Delete. So I want this contact name lookup. Okay. So I think one more option I have missed, right? So this one, select a multiple options. So what is this multiple options here? So just click on S. See here, right? Just click on done and save it and debug it. Let's see what is the multiple options. See here, right? This is the normal pick list values, phone, email, web, and this is the multiple options you can select like this, right? These are the options, right? Individual choices which I have created, and these are coming from the direct pick list, right? From the standard pick list values. Got it? Now close it. Now let me add here, just edit this, update it. Okay, now remove our choices. Already we have created on pick list, right? So let me use this status case. These are the pick list values, original pick list values. Okay, keep as it is. Now click on done. Now I want to show whatever the values I have selected. That means user has given some inputs, right? So like this. So user has provided some inputs. So whatever the user provided inputs, I want to show them, right? So these are the inputs selected by you. So I want to show to the user. So without to avoid any confusion, so these are the values, contact name. This is the contact name selected by you, and this is the priority selected by you. This is the status selected by you. So how to create this output screen then, right? So let me show you here. Just click on this plus symbol, add one more screen. Just label it as output screen. Output screen. Okay. I don't want this header. Close it. So under this output screen, what I need to display here, just drag and drop this display text. In this display text, what I want to show here, right? So what are the selected details are there? Selected details. So from the previous screen, what the values he has selected, right? From the input screen. Okay. So how to show these values? Okay. Now, so the first value is status, right? Status. So these are the values selected by you. You can write any message here. So status is click in from the insert resource. So if you come down screen components, see here. So from the screen components, so what is the value here? Status. Right, from the screen input component, we are having a status value. So what are the value you are giving in the input component, input screen component? That value is going to display it here. Hope you understand. Okay, the same here. Next one is origin. Okay, so from this, go to screen components. See, select this case origin. Next one is what is the contacts? Contact. So selected contact. There is this. Okay. So for the selected contact, see here we are having a one more option here because since it is a lookup, we are having this option. So under this lookup, so it is taking. Do you want to see the record ID or the record name? Right. So whatever you want to see. So keep selecting on this. So I want to view the record name instead of record ID. I want because I don't know record ID, right? So I know just the names itself. So select this name. So lookup dot this particular name is going to display. And there's a one more, I think, description, right? What is the description? Okay. Under the screen component, select the selected details, right? What is that option? Selected details. Huh? Okay. Now come, let me bold all this if you want, or else leave it. Okay. Just click on done and save it. So how it is going to work? So whatever the fields selected by you in this input screen. Okay, one is status, case origin, contact. Only three lookups are only there. So we don't require this description. I have not added. So remove this description. Only three values only I have added. Okay, status, origin, contacts. Done. Save it. Okay, just debug it. Okay, click on run. So select this value status. I am selecting as a new, case origin as phone, contact name as some boxer. Okay, just click on next button. See here, next button. See, whatever the values you have selected, status as new, origin as phone, and contact as this one. Right? So like this, we can pick up the values in order to show to the user, these are the values selected by you. So these are the values creating by you like this. You can show it as an output screen as well. Okay, got it right? So like this, close this. So now how to create this particular record? So as of now, we have completed this debug. Right now, how to create this? So if you go to this case object, if you click on this new button, and there are some values when you click on the save button, the record is getting created inside the Salesforce. But from the screen flow, from this screen flow, so whatever the screen, just it is a screen. So I have not written any logic. Right? In order to write the logic, we are having an element, right? So there is a create record element also. Right? Before that, see here, if you want to split this screen, if you want to split this screen, right? You can split here. For this, we are having this option. You can see here section. Just drag and drop this particular section here. So what is this column? Include columns. I'm going to, let me take this. Come down. See here. Just drag and drop this status. Drag and drop this case origin. Drag and drop this contact. See here now. Two columns, right? Just click on done. Right? Just click on done. That's it. Save it. Okay. Debug it. Click on run. Now you can see here. Right? You can add your own fields. So whatever the fields which you are seeing under this creating a case. So see here, just create contact name, account name, type, case reason. So I think all the fields I have explained to you. Email I have explained, name explained, text message, text, how to create text I have explained, right? Pick list values I have explained, long text area I have explained. So just keep on creating the same page. So whatever the important key fields are there, I have kept in this particular custom screen. So you can create in the two sections also, two columns also, right? So like this, in the input screen, just drag and drop this section, and in the under this section, we are having these columns, right? You can add these columns like this, two columns. Okay. So now how to add, how to create a record, right? So let me use this. Let me remove this header and let me add this particular call script, which will show that provide values. Create case. Okay. Provide values to create case, right? To create case. Provide values to create case. Okay. Just see. Provide values to create case. Okay. Now save it. Done. Save it. Completed. Okay. So hope you understand about this output screen. Let me delete this. I don't want this output screen. Now I want to add how to create, So I want, now I am going to use this logic. So just the screen is completed. So as of now, screen is completed with all these required fields. Right? I have added all the required fields in this particular screen. The screen is completed. When I click on the save button, so behind this save button, there is a logic is going to run. So that means it is going to save the record inside the database. So now how to create inside the flow. So see here under this, we are having data where it is going to interact with the Salesforce records, right? So we need to just click on this create records. So under this data, we are having create records where it is going to interact with the Salesforce database. Just click on this, right? So now I am going to create a records here, right? So what is my use case? I need to create a flow that will take the input from the user that we have completed and create a new case and going to create a new case. So by means of this create records, we are going to create a new case. Okay. So whatever the values you have given under this input screen, see here. So if you want to add these values or if you want to add text area is also there, right? Let me add one more text field. So 4 fields. Let me add description. Okay. Description, make it as a required. Okay. Next, I don't want this lookup. Just I want one more text field as subject. Drag and drop it. Just add subject. Okay. Just as a required field. Okay. Now click on done. So 4 fields I have added under this input screen. Okay. So what I need to create here, see. So now my use case is, so when the user logged into the system, right? So he should go to the particular page wherever I want to place this flow. So I need to place this flow under contact page, right? From the particular contact page, right? The user, whatever the screen, the user interface screen, UI screen, just we have designed. So that page should appear in the contact page, right? So where with these details, what is the subject, description, status. So what are the fields? Case main important fields are there. So case fields. So in the contact page, I want to display these case fields and this is completed. This part is completed as of now. Okay, completed. UI page is completed. Okay. Now we are going to create a case. We are working here. Create a case. When we click on this particular save button, so it should create a case. And if it is success, show success message. Show success message. Right? If it is not success, something error is there. So some error message should display here. Error message should display here. Right? After that, the flow should stop. Right? This is the main use case. Right? Now we are here. Right? So I'm going to create a case. Okay. Now go to our flow. Just open this create records. Okay. Where is this? So under this create records, create, what is this? Case record, right? Create case. Create case record. Okay. Remove this API name also. Okay, right. Now come down. So there is an option here. How to set record field values from a record variable, right? Or manually you need to set the set the values. I'm using separate values only, right? From a record variable only. So, but how many records to create? Yes, one record only. I want to create one record. Okay. So I am going to set the values. See here, there is an option, two options are there. So one is from a record variable. So where I can create records. So create record from these values means, so for which type of record? So what is the record here? So you can search the record from here, right? So no, I'm setting the values manually, right? From this input screen. I am going to setting the values manually from this input screen, right? Use a separate resource. This is nothing but a use a separate resource. So what is the object here? Case object, right? So select this case object. So now I am going to setting the values manually. Instead of creating like this from a record variable, I am going to create a record values manually. So what is the first value here? Let me add subject, right? So all the case related fields will appear here. So for this subject value, if you go to just click on this new button, see here, subject and description are there. So whatever the value which we are entering here, when you click on this save button, right, this value is going to display here like the subject. See, performance inadequate for second consequent week, like this. Generator is not working. Okay, it should display it here. So let me go to this flow. Okay, subject. Add one more field. What is that? Description. These are the case fields. Okay, add one more field. Status. Add one more field. Origin. Total 4 fields only we have added, right? So origin. Done. So for these values, what are the values which I need to enter here? So don't hard code any value here, subject. So don't hard code any value. I need to send the value which I have selected in this screen. So that is why I have shown to you in the just previous example output screen. So what I have displayed in the output screen, whatever the values which I have selected in the input screen, right? That value is going to display under the output. The same concept here also. So that means I need to collect the value from the input screen and that value should store in this subject. Right? That means come down from the screen component, take the subject value. That's it. From the screen component, subject value is to be placed in the standard subject field. Okay, the same thing here also. Come down, screen component description, right? So whatever the input screen, from the input screen, whatever the value I have entering, so that value is going to take and it is going to send to the description standard field from in the case object. The same thing here also. Come down, screen component status, and the last one is screen component case origin. That's it. Done. Creating a case record is completed now. Okay. Let me click on done and save it. Save it. Debug it. Click on run. See here, provide a values to create a case. So let me create a status as new, case origin as phone, testing from flow. Okay. Same with the description. Click on next. See, the flow interview is finished. So how to check this? Under this debug details, you can see here. Under this debug details, come down. See screen, input screen is there. So, okay, input screen, whatever the values I have provided. So all these values come down. See here, all these values will be displayed here. So what are the case origin I have given, status I have given, text area, see description, test from flow. So this up to here, this is an input screen. So later I have clicked on this next button. So now create records element coming into the picture. So all the values, so description is sent to this standard description. Like the same way, case origin, status, subjects, all these values from the input screen sent to the standard case fields. So result is a record is ready to be created. Right? So see here, all the record is getting created here. Right? So this is the record ID. Just copy this record and paste it here. See, so this is the subject, right? Test from flow. We just now we have created. So come down at the description here. See subject and description are test from flow. Okay, what is the status as new? Case origin as phone. These are the only four fields which I have created from our input screen. Hope you understand how to create a records inside a Salesforce. Right? So this is from the debug which I have created, but it is not the case for me, right? It is not the case to be. Right? So I need to create a records from a contact page. That means, so I need to see when you open any one of the case record, see here contact name, go to this contact, heavy green. So go to this details, go to this, sorry, related. So come down, see case here. So under this contact heavy green, there is a case is associated. That means, so from this contact page, so let me show you here. So I need to create a case which is to be related with that contact, right? Which is to be related with that contact. How to do it? How to do that? Right? And how to create the error message. So let me tell you one by one. So today I will cover how to create. See, go to this, create a case record, come down, come down. So now I am going to add the contact ID. Let me take this contact ID. So for any particular contact, so let me take this evergreen ID only. So as of now, only one case is there. Okay. For this evergreen contact, only one case is there. Now let me hard code this value. Right. Save it. Just now I have hard coded. Okay. Debug it. Click on run. Working email. Test from flow. Test from flow 1. Okay. Next. See here. Okay. Just go to our AV green. Refresh the screen. Refresh the screen here. Come to see. Before only we are having one case. This is the case. Right. So now I have created one more case, but I have hard coded it. Right. See here, I have hard coded this particular contact ID. It is not supposed to be happen. So that means I need to place this particular screen. I need to place this particular screen under this contact page. When I click on this particular next button and saving the case record, it should consider this URL. It should consider this URL and this ID. And automatically that case should associate with this contact. Right? So how to create like this? So how the system will consider this URL and how the system will consider this ID dynamically. As of now, it is a static ID only, which is a hard coded. But we need to make it as a dynamic. Right? We need to take this URL and we need to make it as a dynamic. So for this, we need to use formula fields here. So one more new data type. So that we are going to discuss in the next class. How we are going to create a formula field resource and how to use that resource here and how to use that resource here in order to make it as a dynamic. Instead of static, I need to make it as a dynamic. Right? So, and how I am placing this in a contact record page. Right? And how to place that particular flow as an action button. Right, from this contact page, when I click on this, like this new case, new note like this. So I need to create a one more button which will show my custom page, my custom screen flow page. This input screen should display, right, with these 4 fields. So all these concepts we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, so along with that, so in the next class we are going to discuss how to create a error message screen also. How to customize this error message screen. Right, these are the topics we are going to discuss in the next class. Right, if you're having any doubts at any point of time, mention in the comments. I am going to clarify your doubts. Okay, so keep following the channel for the latest updates. Thank you, guys.